Andy and Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley, who's come in with a, what's the word I'm here to say? He's got a hook in his craw this morning about
Yeah.
something. He
A
seems to
bone
be
to pick.
irritated.
A nit to pick.
A nit to
It's either a
pick.
knit or a bone. It's
He's
a
a
knit or a bone.
nitpicker.
I haven't decided. I haven't decided yet because
All right, begin to
you
pick.
you did something. You did something this weekend
Yep.
that I traditionally have done with you.
Oh,
You did not ask me. I would have. I didn't know what was going on this week. I completely
bike
forgot
time.
about
Yep.
it.
Okay.
Bike time.
I
I
stand
had a
here
great. I
willing to
had a
be
great time
criticized.
last year.
Yep.
I had a great time last year. I didn't do anything last year.
Yep.
Because you didn't go last year.
Yep.
But then you were back
Yep.
emceeing the
Miss,
dad bod and the Miss Bike Time
I
pageant, which
was.
I had assisted you with in the
You
past.
have.
It was a lot of fun.
It
I did the
will. It
trophy
is.
presentation. We had good times. It's one of the few times you and I, get to see each other out and about, instead of this virtual thing we do.
Yep. Yep.
And I was a little flummoxed as to why I was not asked. Were there issues in the past that I was unaware of?
Well,
Is
allow
this
me.
I
Allow
don't
me
like
to explain.
confrontation, so
There's no confrontation. Allow
I
me
was
to
put
explain.
off.
If
Go
you'll
ahead.
remember our week last week, it was based
Hmm.
on difficulty.
Right.
I was sick, and
Yes.
I think I figured out that I had a pancreatic flare up.
Hmm.
Because you remember years ago, I had my gallbladder out, and then our
Right.
basement flooded in Roosevelt Park.
Hmm.
So I got onto the basement, and you're not supposed to lift anything after you have your gallbladder out, which therein lies the problem. I have to lift things, and it sends a little piece of sludge through my common bile duct into my pancreas, and that cost me 9 days in the hospital. Which you may
Hmm.
remember, before that started, I did show up at work and
Hmm. Yes.
voice tracked
You were
and
working.
slept on the floor
Yeah.
until I decided I couldn't make it.
Right.
Then I went and got in the hospital for 9 days.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
let's not go besmirching the guy who doesn't show up to work. 'Cause
Well,
that's
I'm not beast
I'm
mode.
the
This had
man.
nothing to do.
So
This
in the
was
middle of
you
all
showed up.
of last week's shenanigans of me not feeling well, I simply forgot to tell you that it was coming up. And then when we got back together on Thursday, we were taking off for the Def Leppard concert, which was into
Uh-huh.
Friday. Again, I failed to mention it. Apologies all around. It's on me. And I have to be
I
honest with
mean,
you. You missed. I regretted that you were not there because you missed the ultimate slam on me that ever happened. And it was
okay.
spontaneous. It was hilarious. Nothing could have been funnier. And it was one of those moments that you should have been there to witness, but
Hmm.
my failure caused you to miss it.
Yeah. And
Would you like to know how it went down?
I I would, but at the same time, I'm still feeling let down, left out.
Okay, well, let's get over
I
that.
like an excuse to Muskegon every now and then.
No, you
It's one of the
don't.
few times
Not
I'm able to
really.
get out.
That's
Yes, I
you're just saying
enjoy
that
it.
you're just saying that for the show, but that's nice
Okay.
because when you have your own times that you choose to go somewhere,
Hmm.
you pack up and go to Grand Haven. So
Okay.
we've all figured out who you are, really, which is fine, and we don't judge. We're judgment free here. Whereas when
I'm
you
sensing a
try to make
lot of
it,
judgment coming from the Twin Lakes end right now. What I'm
none
sensing, what I'm
whatsoever.
hearing,
You've
what
lived
I'm
life by example.
feeling is judgment. That's
It's
just
like, oh, I think I'm going to go to the beach. I'll go to Grand Haven. Okay, enjoy that, Dave.
it's
But
just a
that
little
wasn't the case.
closer.
No, I simply forgot to tell you.
Okay.
And had you
Fine.
been there, you would have gotten to the semifinal round of the Miss Bike Time contest with me, where they were asking for a little personality. And I thought, personality. What can I do to get a little personality out of these fine contestants? So
Hmm.
I figured I'd ask them a question. As we're going through the questions, our eventual winner came up, and you may have seen her pictured with me there on the Facebook.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Lovely,
lovely, sweet
lovely
gal.
young lady. Hmm.
Um, she says, my question for her was, if I could invent a machine that would make you fall in love with me, what would it be? Of course, before I asked the question right, I asked it wrong. which was if I could make a machine that would make me fall in love with you, what would it be? And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Clearly, I'm already in love with you, so we're good there. How about the other way around? And the question is an old Laverne and Shirley question.
Right.
All I'm doing is regurgitating a joke, kind of
Mhm.
funny. And this girl, out of nowhere, once I got the question right, if I could invent a machine that would make you fall in love with me, what would it be? Out of nowhere, this chick says, a time machine. She called me old right there in front of God and everybody, and it was the funniest thing. I that was
That's
quick
pretty
wit.
good. That's pretty good and quick for the young lady because she couldn't be she was born in the 21st century. I'm assuming
I
she looked early 20s ish.
20s. I.
Yeah, I
It's not like I was going around backstage taking
no
age.
no I just that's what I saw in the picture. So
And there was what was another one I liked? I was talking to the crowd at one point, and I said, I know you're not supposed to go around smelling people, but up here on stage, it smells a lot like coconuts and baby powder. It's nice. Um, and then the dad bods came up,
oh.
and I said, you know what? It don't smell like coconuts and baby powder no more. It smells like booze and shame.
Always a good. Oh, there you go.
Anyway, I owe you
I'm,
one.
I'm,
I
I
apologize.
heard it.
At,
I
dude,
heard a good time was had by all, and
I felt so awful last week.
it's okay.
Cindy was even saying, let's skip
Bygones.
that concert last week. That's how I would literally get done with this and go right back to the couch and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It was awful. I suppose I should tell
Oh,
the doctor that
yeah.
I had this, but I don't really want to.
Well, yeah, I actually would just be, hey, look, I had this thing flare up. You know, what do you think the issue might be? And then
He's
he
gonna
might
say,
give you
"Come on
something,
in. We're
or
gonna
tell
poke
you
you with a
something.
needle. We're gonna do it."
Well, if something flares up again, you got to talk to him.
Yeah, I know.
Look, I had that. Yeah.
Sucks.
Anyway,
All right, news. What do you got there,
let's
little
get
Lord
into it.
Fauntleroy?
All right, let's do it. The latest episode of As the Presidential Campaign Turns took a fairly predictable turn over the weekend. President Biden announced he is dropping out of the race with a post on X Sunday afternoon. He threw his support behind VP Kamala, don't call me Kamala Harris. Latest presidential odds have Trump about a 2-1 favorite over the vice president, but this is definitely going to be a tighter race. Um, I think what they should do is do it at the convention. Okay, if you're about democracy,
Yeah,
and that's all good, throw it to the convention. Pick your candidate that way. I understand though, you want to kind of coalesce around somebody,
yep.
but you had, I mean, Biden had a lot of votes in the primary, what there was of a primary. Um, and now you're giving it to the vice president who nobody voted for. So that to me is, I don't know. I think she's ultimately would be the candidate anyway.
Yeah.
So it's probably smart just to go, okay, we gotta push all our chips in here. But I think it would have been interesting and more fun. It definitely, I like the chaos of everything right
I
now.
don't.
I
I
mean,
can't handle
everything
it.
that's going on.
I
I,
cannot
I've
handle it.
I've turned in. I've turned to. I've like, you know what? This is all fun again because this is a race again. So we shall see what happens. But
Okay.
there's going to be more. I don't even, because we're going to have obviously the debacle that was the Secret Service a
You
week
know,
ago. Yeah, 100%.
here's the thing.
She's got. I will guarantee she will be. I'm not going to guarantee. She probably resigns today. Probably resigns. That was it.
Oh, the Secret Service
That's
thing.
why people. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that
Here's
was
the
yeah.
thing. I want to touch on this quick.
Go ahead.
One thing we've got to do, even though, okay, let's say the Secret Service was the biggest mistake ever, and she's got to resign. Okay, fine, good. One thing that we have to do as a society is to stop discrediting authorities, judges, police, FBI, CIA. The longer we keep pounding away at discrediting these people, the better off it's going to be for everybody that wants this country to fail. And it's going to continue all the way down to our local judges and our local police officers and things like that. And I'm telling you what, the idea of discrediting all of this authority continuously until the fact that they really have no control anymore. What do you think of the idea of somebody stepping in with a federal police force that are just guns for hire, and they're gonna maintain the laws? Because our local laws and our state laws and our federal law enforcement officials no longer have any credibility because everybody crapped all over them all the time.
My response to that would be nobody's discrediting them. They're discrediting themselves.
Okay.
They are discrediting them.
Okay.
Of course, you can't look at that. This is why people get conspiracy minded. It was either something else going on or that was the most inept. We can't have a sniper on the roof because it's sloped.
No, that's
Are
dumb.
you
I agree.
serious?
But
Are you kidding?
yesterday night,
and everything around it.
yesterday
everything around
night,
it was.
I'm watching
That's
things
what
coming out
gets
going,
people's
now there
mind
were
going.
two shooters there, and the FBI
There
knew
might
it.
there might have been. We
There
don't
might
know.
have been. You know what?
We don't know. We don't know
Okay, you
enough
don't know.
about it.
So here's the idea. Shut up until you find out. Be patient.
Fine.
Let the investigation happen, and then
I got no problem with that.
run your mouth. But
I got
this
no
is not the
problem
way
with that, but
society works anymore.
I agree with you. Look, we cannot trust. Look, these people have to regain our trust. That's the problem. And that's been the problem for a while. People looking the other way, the authorities looking the other way, pretending things were happening that weren't, or pretending things weren't happening that were. And therein lies the rub. It's not, oh my God, everybody's just being ridiculous and overly critical of authorities. No, authorities have lost the trust.
Okay.
A lot of institutions have lost the trust, and it's on them. It's not on us as the American populace to gain their to get trust in them. It's on them to regain our trust, and that's done through transparency. Okay, what happened here? You effed up. What happened? Why was it? Be open about it. I think people in general are very, very forgiving. In general, they are. But you got to be transparent. There's just none of that across the board. And it doesn't matter what party you're talking about. It doesn't matter what institution you're talking about.
Okay.
They all suck. That's just where we are. Anyway, what else is going on? This is a real thing. I can't believe this. Kidulting, not adulting. Kidulting is becoming popular among the millennial set, who is pretty much has no interest in growing up. And I can empathize. I can sympathize. I understand that. I understand that mindset. According to psychologists, the term refers to the return to known feel-good child activities, such as toys. In fact, a Toy Association survey found that of 2,000 parents who were surveyed who bought toys and games in the last 3 years, nearly 60% purchased it for themselves. But hey, it's like Mellencamp said, growing up leads to growing old and then to dying, and dying to me don't sound like all that much fun.
Well, there you go.
And in the interest of transparency, I spent 5 hours yesterday playing my son's Madden 24 game while he slept until about 2 p.m. So,
well, how about that?
I'm right there. I put 5 hours playing video games yesterday. I'm a 52-year-old man. Okay, so I'm no. It looked like I was just crap. I'm no better, no worse than the millennials. I totally get that. I live in the past. So this is just, I like that it's socially acceptable now for adults to do this. I just do. I'm going to embrace it. Finally, a growing number of Michigan residents are struggling financially. According to the latest reports, 41% of state households live paycheck to paycheck. In 11 counties, that number is over 50%. I've been welcome to former radio employee world. I mean, we've since I started this career, it was pretty much paycheck to paycheck. So
yeah,
it doesn't really. That's neat to me is neither here nor there. Welcome to our world. There you go. There you go, Michigan. You're just like us now. I feel a connection. I feel more of a connection now.
Good.
Sports. Toronto beats the Tigers 5-4. Tigers 49-51. 4-game winning streak just snapped. They were going to win. They're 11 games out of first, but I feel like they're not completely out of it the way they've been playing. So all they got, you just want them to keep it interesting. Just keep it, at least just stay semi-relevant for the next couple of months. That's all we need you to do.
Okay.
There you go. Cubs win. They double up Arizona 2-1. That's sports.
It's the USA for 200 today, which is an exciting thing. We're excited about the USA, yes. Right?
Sure, why not?
We're still in the 4th of July month, so, hoorah.
That's it. We are, aren't we? Holy cow.
Oh, right. Amazing.
What do you think about that?
All right, the USA 200. Things to do in this city include seeing its mint that opened in 1906 and taking in a game at Coors Field.
Oh, that would be... Did you say city? You said city, right? I'm going with Denver.
You're going to go Denver. Wow. 61. 200 in the hole. So we'll take away 200. You got it right. Congratulations.
I wasn't 100%. I got distracted when you said Coors. You said the mint, and I'm like, what is that? And then you said Coors Field, and I knew that was Denver, Colorado, but I didn't know if we were talking the state. I know it's not the Colorado, it's the Denver mint. So there you go.
So here's my thought for you.
The machinations.
On your way home, if you get a speeding ticket, I want you to look at that cop and go, I don't trust your credibility. You need to earn it back.
No, I sped. I sped. I speed.
Tell him
that's
that.
Different.
Tell him
that's different.
No, that's not different. That's
it's 100%. Well,
and then if he still gives you the ticket,
collective.
Go in to pay it and tell the people at the ticket window your credibility.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I'm just gonna trust everybody all the time now. You're right. We should all do that.
See you tomorrow.
Because they're so trustworthy.
Bunghole.
See ya.
Happy Monday, Muskegon. We'll start off early this week with some stormier weather, but we will clear right up for the end of the week and for the weekend. So let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. While we will stay clear today, we do have a chance for some showers and some storms for Tuesday and into Wednesday. But after that, for Thursday and through the rest of the week, we will stay very clear and dry, and that is expected to continue into the weekend as well. And we'll have some warmer temperatures again moving into the weekend, as there is a cold front coming through around Tuesday night that will bring us those storms, and it'll also drop our temperatures just a little bit, but we'll warm right back up for the weekend. For today, though, will be mostly sunny with a high rate around 84 and very light winds out of the west, around 2 to 5 miles per hour. So very light winds, and it'll be very warm and nice out today. Tonight will cool down to about 64 with even lighter winds around 1 to 3 miles per hour with just partly cloudy skies. And looking across the county, we see these beautiful temperatures spread all over our towns. Most of us will see highs in those mid 80s to those lower 80s, and even along the lakeshore we see high temperatures right around those mid 70s or those lower 70s. So it'll be a wonderful day to get out and go to the lake, especially with that minimal wind. We'll have very calm lake conditions. Now, looking ahead to when we won't have such beautiful weather, here is Tuesday around 11 p.m. when we see a majority of the west side on the lakeshore there is going to see some sort of rain. Now, we do have some very non-severe kind of small thunderstorms possible also on Tuesday, continuing through early on Wednesday when we have another 50% chance to see some rain and some possible thunderstorms also. But again, they should not be very severe, and with that cold front coming through too, we see those temperatures drop just a bit. We could have a high only reaching around 78 or 79, and after that though, we do start to clear back up and warm right back up for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Lots of sunshine even into Sunday, and our temperatures start creeping back up to those mid 80s like how they will be for today. That's all for your Monday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health for the Muskegon Channel. I'm Tegan Schultz, and I hope you have a great day.